think that I have.
Hurry up.
I cheat one. Don't play with me. I don't cheat.
This ain't banana sausage. She cheating.
Look at you. You remember that? Put it in your pocket.
Thank you guys.
Please document how badly I've been beating him. Do you have this on camera? Are we live? Put this in your pocket. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome back to Culture on the Road. We are actually live. You were live watching me play this game. I'm not getting any feedback, Mr. Producer. Welcome back to Culture on the Road. We are here in South Hill. Welcome to Culture on the Road in South Hill Village. So we are live on Facebook on In Anguilla, but the community can also hear us through our speaker. And so I'm greeting those who are watching us, those who are listening. We are here in South Hill Anguilla at Anguilla Salt and Sands, and we're going sand and salt, and we're going to speak with the proprietor, Mr. Josvik Hooliger, in just a second. So join me as we look around. And we notice that we have garlic infused Anguilla sea salt, red pepper infused, thyme infused, onion infused, curry infused, pure Anguilla sea salt, rosemary infused, old eel infused. Tell me about that. All right, so we're going to talk about more to Josvik Hooliger. And we want to say good afternoon, welcome to Culture on the Road, and thank you so much for inviting us here to Anguilla Salt and Sands.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Anguilla Sands and Salt.
I'm so sorry for saying Salt and Sands.
It's
sands
alright.
and Salt. S-A-N-L. I'm so sorry. Anguilla Sands and Salt. So we've got many varieties here to look at, to choose from. And I really want to question you about...
We ain't question. You're gonna taste. You're gonna answer all the questions for yourself.
I'm gonna taste and answer all the questions, but I want to know how you started, how you came up with the idea, and what made you decide to infuse all these other ingredients into the salt. So you're making your own seasonings, our own seasonings from our local sea salt.
You want a true answer?
Of course, I want the true answer.
I needed money.
You needed money, but I'm sure you would have put a lot into earning this money. So you had to have that passion, you had to have that desire to create something from what is our own.
Okay, so truth be told, in my younger days, I used to travel a lot. And I would travel a lot, and every time I go from location to location, I would want to bring something back for my daughters. But everywhere had the exact same thing that was made in China, so nothing itself was from that place. So when I got back home, it was like the same old thing. Everybody got the same souvenirs, just like St. Martin, just like everywhere else. And I myself did not like that because it wasn't something of Anguilla. So my father always wanted me to go and try to see if we could take over the salt pond and start to produce salt from down there. But I'm too lazy for all of that. That's a lot of work trying to take that salt. And with the way the wall is, you know, I didn't want to go and get some salt from the pond and have one of our guests getting sick from any of the bacteria or whatever else, because salt's a preservative, right? So I decided not to go picking pond salt. So what we've done was we actually started to create sea salt. So we grow our own salt. From
how do you grow salt?
Seawater, just like the pond.
Okay, so what is your process?
Just like the pond.
Tell me about that process, just like the pond.
No.
Okay, so this is a secret that you want to keep then, is that what you're telling me?
Basically, it's just evaporating seawater. That is as basic as you can break it down.
Lovely. And so where did you get the idea to infuse rosemary and onion and garlic and all of that?
As you may notice, like all the spices that we use is things that we will use in our household. Well, people that cook in Anguilla, because I don't cook, right? They would use these products, these herbs and spices. So we infuse inside the salt. So when you take the salt, you're taking part of Anguilla and the flavor of Anguilla with you.
Okay, so the way you speak of this is as if you are more into creating souvenirs for people to take back. But when it's all used and done,
They gotta come back to Anguilla?
they gotta come back to Anguilla, get more.
Exactly.
And or the better idea is so in addition to taking the garlic infused salt, you take the sands as well. Because you got pendants down here made from different sands of our beaches, right? Tell
Correct.
us about that.
So again, like a lot of tourists, Anguilla, let's be honest, don't have much to do. Sleep, sleep, go to the beach, sleep, eat, sleep. That's not true?
Pardon?
You said that's not true?
You heard me say that's not true?
I read your lips.
Oh, okay. Go on. We have so much more to do here in Anguilla. Especially this next month coming up, we have the Maliohana Fest. We have tons of things to do. So go on.
Okay, this month. But nevertheless, it's still the same thing that we advertise. You know, our beaches, our beaches, our beaches, our beaches. So most of the tourists that come here, they go to the beaches. Now, a lot of them fall in love with a particular beach, whether it's one that they happen to come across or where they're actually staying. So therefore, they can actually pick the sand from that beach. And then that's another piece of memory that they have. And because it's from their beach, when they take it back to their friends and family, they will speak about how great Anguilla is with the beaches. And here's the sand of our 55 beaches, not 32, just so you know. Because we only advertise 32 white sandy beaches.
Yeah, I usually hear 33 white sandy beaches. So
What
you
about
got
the rest?
20 more?
What about the rest?
Tell me, where are they?
Let me find Gold Keys.
All right, finding gold keys. So I remember seeing one of the pendants from one of my favorite beaches, Elsie Bay, which is over Little Harbor. And the grain of sand, the
This
color of
is
the sand
Elsie.
is completely different. You see, here's the Elsie Bay sand. It's pink. It has bigger particles, if you'll call it particles. And it is so beautiful to walk on.
But
so
it's not
beautiful
white.
to feel. It's not white, that's
What
true.
about this one? Definitely not white.
Well, I can't take a guess. Where is it? Sandy ground?
Yeah. Yeah, you're correct. That is sandy ground.
I'm from Sandy ground, so I know.
That is sandy ground.
All right.
But
So
that's it in a nutshell.
So how are you given the freedom to do this? Because we know that there is something called sand mining.
Aha.
That is illegal.
Okay. guess
But
what?
I'm sure that is speaking about taking lots of sand, maybe a bucket full or a plate full or whatnot. And this is less than a spoonful. And so, is that okay?
Correct. The amount of sand that we actually take and use is so minimal, it's not even on their radar. However, the rules of the land, right, states that you cannot take the sand off island, loose sand.
Oh, okay. So because it's
Now you
not
got me
loose,
getting, now you
because
got me
it's-
getting no secrets. No, everyone want to try doing it now. See?
Well, no. We definitely not
lost that.
encouraging.
I just lost that
encouraging
edge.
that. And I thought that the
Alright.
sand mining had nothing to do with actually taking the sand off the island.
The
But
way the laws are written, right, that if you cannot take loose sand, that's why if you go to St. Mark, even with a shell, they will take it from you and return it to wherever. But you're not supposed to take loose sand off island.
okay, so tell me the amount of beaches. You boast that Anguilla has 52 beaches actually.
55.
55?
We've collected 55 beaches thus far.
So you have sand from 55 beaches in different pendants here?
No, see, we more of a custom make. That's why our shelves are so empty. You let us know what beach it is, and we create it for you. So everything is custom made for the person. We just don't make it and have it sitting out.
Okay, so you don't just take the sand unnecessarily. If it is needed, if there is an order placed, you can place your order at Anguilla, sands and salts,
Correct.
and then have a pendant made. But you also make more than pendants, right? What else do you make?
All right, so we make coasters, we make platters, we do some paintings, and of course, the different salts. Very simple. You know, we leave stuff for other people to do themselves. Oh, we also got bath salts, scrubs, body butters.
Nice. And how long have you been into this business? Because I know it is not it has not been in existence that long. I mean, you chastised me when I came in, oh, she's finally here, as if you've been around for 20 years and I'm the first time visiting. I know you have not been in operation here for more than 10 years, for sure.
Not 20 years, because you know your boy only like 22, so definitely not 20 years, right?
I
But
appreciate and happy to meet someone else who is trans age like myself. I'm 27, he's 22, I'm also 7. My body is 45, his is older, truth be told.
hey, you just said trans age, all right?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
trans
so
age.
thank you very
We
much.
are. 22, 27.
Look how you get me in trouble. Nevertheless, the year after Omo, I think is when we came on stream, but we've been doing research and development for about 3 to 4 years before
that?
then. Yeah.
Okay.
So this ain't just something that we jump up and say we're gonna do and do, right? Like we actually put some time into doing all of this. Read into our recipes. Like I said, I do not cook, but I can do math, and we've been working on these formulas forever, and we do not release nothing that I do not like.
Okay, so you have to approve of the flavor, perfectly seasoned, perfectly mixed salt and other infused flavor before you decide, okay, this is gonna be a staple on our shelves.
Correct.
Okay, all right. I see you also have a wine chest.
Yeah, let's not look at the wine.
Not look at
For
the...
personal use.
Oh, okay, that's your personal fridge, so don't pan the camera over there.
No. On Mondays and Thursdays, we have cocktails, right? And this is where people actually come in. We have extended hours where we'll pair our salt with different wine. Thursdays, we do margaritas, and on Mondays, basically, we just showcase our jewelry and anything new that we have coming to the market.
So is that a thing for salt to be paired with wine? Is that, yeah? Tell me about it. I am completely new to that. I'm not a fan of wine, or I'm sorry.
Okay, so most people want to pair wine with food and salt with food, but what is missing is the actual notes from each. So therefore, if you got the notes of a wine, you can have the salt bring out the notes in the wine, and wine bring out the notes in the salts. So you don't necessarily need the food itself. So therefore, you can actually, okay, for example, you know what?
I'm so sorry. I'm like,
No.
the notes? I was looking around to see if everybody was as lost as I was.
Okay.
So the flavor, it
Let
helps
me-
to bring out the flavor in the wine and vice versa.
Correct. Let me
Nice.
show you right now. Let me see your hand. And this is the wine. Try that. Just crunch it. That's an onion infused. Don't worry.
It
It's
is a
not
thing. It is.
right there. There you go. Crunch it. You said you're not gonna taste that thing. Oh, yes, you're salty. I know. But what else do you taste? Does it taste like a sour cream and onion chip?
It tastes very flavorful. Lots of salt, a little onion, yeah. And crunchy, a nice little crunch. I really didn't expect that much flavor from that little grain that you gave me.
A little goes a very, very long way.
Let's share it. Let everybody get a little sample if
Oh,
that's
no
possible.
problem. Let's go. In fact, let's do the whole entire chain. Your little rosemary. Who like garlic bread?
Me.
Yeah, okay, you can't be from Angola. I don't like garlic bread. So let's go. That was
Anybody else? No, everybody just standing and looking on and
Yeah, that little crystal.
Hey, look.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. And so you give those little samples with a glass of wine and helping out to bring the flavor of the wine
Correct.
and the flavor of the salts.
Correct. No, this is our cold keel. This one is the most unique one that we have, and is actually based off of our cold keels. And for those who don't know what cold keel is, I'm so sorry, we're not doing our job. Smell.
We visited Cold Key today.
We know everything about cold keels. We are cold keel experts today here on Culture on the Road, actually. But
Okay.
I want to know how. How? So
You're gonna
you put
answer
the
your own
salt
question.
in the cold keel.
You're gonna
and let it
answer your own question.
absorb the smoke of the cold keel, because I can smell the smokiness.
Taste the smokiness.
Yeah. So you're not gonna share any of this process?
No, I'm not stupid.
So thank you so much, Mr. Oliger, for talking with us. No secrets will be shared, just kidding.
Listen, Devon once told me, right? Everybody can know the exact same thing, but you always keep 10% to yourself. Right? So that 10%, I'm keeping.
Right, but we have to commend you because anybody can have the idea that they're going to use our salt. They can have the idea that they're going to infuse it, but to actually execute it and go all the way, it's completely different. So kudos to you for using a part of what is our culture, what is our history, our salt picking and salt making now, you know, to share something with tourists and locals alike, because like I said, I have a pendant of LCB and I am very grateful to have that, a piece of one of my favorite beaches with me all the time.
Good. And again, most places should strive to use their natural resources, right, to make a living, and this is what Anguilla has as a natural resource, so why not? It makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, and that's why we're talking to you as a part of Maljohanna Fest, all things Anguillan, all things our culture, our heritage, our history, our traditions, and we're so grateful. Anything else you want to share with us? Not literally, you don't have to give us all your wine or anything like that, but maybe share.
Well,
some
you don't
information.
like wine though, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
well, more than me. The rest of them.
Well, I would like to encourage everybody, don't matter your age or where you live, to come down, try this out, see it for yourself. Maybe you might come with a different idea from our salt and implement your own infusion of, right? I know I'm saying, yeah, I don't want to say this, that, and the other, but the truth is, like, we need more people doing more on the island, right? Rather than just working for somebody else. There's a bunch of people saying that they just come out of school and say they want to be an entrepreneur, but yet they have no clue the struggle it is. I just want people to understand that a lot of people out here, right, who's willing to help if they're serious, and that they should run with the idea. And anytime they hit a brick wall, get up and try again. That's it.
I really appreciate that information. I had a very similar conversation yesterday about a lot of our young people coming out of high school wanting to be entrepreneurs, not understanding the work that it takes to get there, seeing people who would have been maybe 20 years ahead of them putting their ideas into fruition or developing their own ideas and thinking that they can jump straight from high school into that. And so you have to understand that everything is a process, everything takes time, everything takes hard work, and you understood that and you have now developed something so innovative. Do we have any restaurants, any chefs who are using specific salts to say, this dish on my menu is created using the seasonings from?
Okay, so at the moment, the only restaurant is Salt at Four Seasons.
That is amazing, so fitting, so fitting.
Yeah, but that's the only. However, a lot of restaurants on the island, they will not carry our salt, and for good reasons.
What are the good reasons?
Unfortunately, if there's salt of any kind on a table, the first thing most people do when they get their plate is what?
Add salt.
Without even tasting. And it's sea salt.
And
right?
that can be a bit of disrespect, per se, to the chef.
Not just disrespect, but it can throw off the whole entire recipe. So if they do, let's say, curry chicken, and you go and you add a rosemary, hey, that might be bad, curry rosemary. Alright, that might be bad. But say you have the idea to put rosemary salt on your curry chicken to get a curry flavor, but yet you put too much of the salt there. Remember, it is salt first and foremost. And then if you don't like your food, then what you do, say, I don't want this, it's not gonna work. So therefore, a lot of restaurants won't put that out there for them, but you can go to Roy's, and when they serve you the Johnny cakes, ask them if they have any of the salt, they'll give it to you. Just take a little bit of butter, dab it, put a crystal of salt, and go to town. I guarantee you, you'll fall in love all over again.
Awesome, thank you so much.
You're
Any
welcome.
more ideas you want to share? Not ideas, but any more information, any more knowledge you want to share with maybe younger entrepreneurs etc.?
Yeah, just do it. Fail many times. Just fail. If everything goes right, something's very, very wrong. Fail now. If you learn from your failures only, you won't get, how to say, you won't get put out of business later when they hit you. Like, believe it or not, this store is still not, how should I say, 100% open as of yet, because I still have many ideas that I want in place before we say, hey, we are officially open. So all of this now that you see is still our research and development process. So don't just, how should I say, just don't jump in something, wait a couple of months and say, it ain't working. No, keep on fine tuning. At some point it will work.
And always think bigger, because you're thinking bigger. You start here and you're thinking bigger. How can we grow? How can we produce more? How
Correct.
can we do more?
Correct. But even with that being said, right, start. Just start.
That's
And then
it.
afterwards you can just keep on adding as you go to get it to where you want to go. Like everything you see here, we refuse to go to a bank, right? We did everything out of pocket. The sand jewelry paid for the salt process. The salt process paid for the building. The building is going to pay for, can't say that yet, but it's just going
That's
to.
that 10% you're keeping to yourself.
Exactly. Because there's somebody who has money jump ahead of me, then I'm in trouble. Because then it'll be like I'm copying them, and I don't copy nobody.
Okay. Well, what are we seeing here?
In the back?
Yes.
Come on, let's go.
I don't see any signs everywhere else. I mean, no, here on the shelf, but you can show us in the back too.
Oh.
So these are smaller bottles?
These are where we have the our stock for the small gift sets.
Okay.
So with our gift sets, you get to pick which 3 salts you want, and we will put them in there for you.
Oh, very nice. Nice souvenirs. Take them back to your family, and they say Anguilla.
So welcome to our speakeasy.
Okay.
It's a little bit bigger than you might expect, right? Especially from the road. But back here is where we actually entertain on the Mondays and Thursdays. We also do our live entertainment across here. Our poetry or spoken word, just plugging that for you right now. So when you're ready, you know to come, right?
I actually have plans of doing a spoken word. Yeah.
There goes your
event
venue. There goes
at
your
another
venue.
I'm
Doesn't
sorry.
matter, it'll come still.
But I did witness your open mic night. I was off island, so I watched the whole thing on Facebook and enjoyed it so much. Glenicia Samuel hosted. It was a really fabulous event, and so this is where it was.
Correct. Now, again, from the road, no one actually knows that it's back here, but this is what's back here.
This is amazing. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All the best to you as you continue to develop. See, we may not have gotten camera shots of the coastals that you have over here. Beautiful.
You notice how we got a waves?
The beach,
actually
yeah.
taking the different beaches.
Yes.
We also try to do the same thing with the colors. Look, even the undertow and everything. We're just not doing
It's as
like.
if the sand is, you know, when you step on the sand and it starts to mix up with the seawater, you can see that area, the deeper blue, right on the shoreline with the waves and meeting the sand. This is beautiful.
Correct. So we try to put as much details of Anguilla in our products as possible.
Thank you so much, Josephine Cooliger, Anguilla Sands and Salts. Thank you for inviting us and welcoming us in and giving us a tour of your operations, a bit more of understanding of how you do this, and we really appreciate it.
You're most welcome.
All right, we hope to talk to you again soon.
Same. And when is the wedding?
Should be December. Working on December, yes. Should have been October, but we're working on it.
Just let me know.
All right. Take care. Thank you so much.
Where the cameras are not looking.
Where is this?
Exactly.
But I always
Where is it? Tell me.
I don't too. I like it.
That's OKV. That's OKV.
OKB. You know
Not
that
OKV. No, not OKV, but OKV. It's 2 different places.
I know. I'm coming.
Wait.
I am coming.
Hold on. You want to go cave or go cave B? Which one?
Quest those tours and go cave.
Yeah. Again, I asked the question.
Yeah, okay.
Cave or go cave